We've talked a little about carbos and stimulating native biology a little bit, and that's a great thing. It helps build soils that's already been selected for native biology. Obviously, they're the only thing that can survive. But when you guys have some of your other products and you're trying to introduce new biology, can you talk about what you're trying to do, what you're trying to bring to the table with this new biology, how they're supposed to work, how they do what they do, if you can even speak to that?
Well, I've been looking at this biological world for probably 30 years. And you talk about a great struggle of trying to understand it and know when, where, how, what is a big deal. What should I put out there? And so in 2010, which is 10 years ago, I was introduced to a biological inoculum. And when I say it was a broad-based soil inoculum, we immediately started having responses. And when I say that I had already looked at this 30 years previously to try to understand this world, we had taken tests to send to labs, and they were giving us back our readings of what it was, and this is in the 80s. I didn't have a full understanding of it. Even today, I don't have a full understanding of it, but as we're learning more how to work with what's currently on your farm, but we're finding out when we're looking at what's currently on your farm and your practices from one farm to another, this will vary because of practices over the last 60 years on that farm. I just ask myself, what can we bring to you as a producer that's going to be safe, but yet is going to elevate your native species or help them to survive more? And as we've already said earlier, your soil's biological capacity to release nutrients. So we're bringing some of these key bacteria and fungi to your farm, and we're putting them out there in an inoculum with the carbos, which is the food source for those, to support those. And what we're trying to do is build this level that you have to a sustainable, and I'll use that word, a sustainable level, so we get really good competitive exclusion. When we say, okay, what's your bacteria to fungi ratio on your soil? You can ask that to a farmer today and he looks at you, but that's where we're going. We're trying to see where that ratio and where that balance is on your farm today. And that's what we're working with. We're trying to get a read of where you are, and then we're trying to bring in the ones that we see somewhat deficient on your farm. And when I say we have a very broad spectrum, that doesn't mean if we put X number of bacteria and X number of fungi on your farm that all of them are going to live, because they may be a hostile environment there. We're finding that out, that some farmers that we bring these inoculums to, very limited success the first year. That's why when we tell someone it's probably a 3-year remediation program before you start seeing the benefits, I'm surprised at the number of farmers that will tell me, I don't have that long. I'm not going to make the effort to make a change. And when I say that a lot of farmers are in a semi-conscious state because we've worked with this system over the last 60 years, we've got somewhat addicted to that. Our farms have become addicted to that. So in this transition of moving to this biological world, it's breaking old habits. So it's a different mindset. So I guess our technologies work better with a producer who has an open mind and can somewhat understand that the system is broken and we need to get some type of correction.